We on.
Read it again.
And David said, let their table be made a snare, and a trap and a stumbling block, and a recompense unto them.
Hey, that's King David praying for basically, he was in the spirit. He was praying basically a curse on the 2/3 of Jake that was going to come against Yahweh Shai in the future.
But these niggas think you can bring them all in.
But yeah, Jake, you got niggas that call themselves in a circumcision that think they could bring all Israel in there. We don't want everybody, man. King David, he's a testimony to that. You know?
If I can say this, don't you niggas know that if the Lord wanted all of Israel right now, they would already be in? We not gonna bring them in. The words that the Lord puts in our mouth is only going to attract the elect. That's it. Nobody else, bro. Just like we got in. Because we heard the Lord's voice through men.
Yeah.
Now, you could have been with somebody when you heard it. They not with you now.
Yep.
It was only for you.
It was for you. Yeah, man. Straight up. Yeah, keep going.
Let their eyes be darkened.
Our people, you can see the darkness on Jake that walked by. Yeah, it's a car.
Can you?
They're in the spirit of the dark, man.
To this marriage?
No, I can't pray.
No, we don't do that.
That's what you say to pray, to not pray openly, but in secret. And plus, you're intoxicated. You know.
Hey, so that means that Jesus doesn't love me because I'm intoxicated?
No, I never said.
Maybe
that.
Jesus do love you.
And but see, these are these simple ass Mexicans that was probably out here to watch the fight.
Caesar Borgia loves you.
Yeah, they talking about Caesar.
Yeah, Cesare Borgia. He loves you.
Out here, they totally in the, like I said, read that again. They're in gross darkness.
Let their eyes be darkened, that they may not see, and bow down their back all way.
Those group of Hispanics, they walking on in darkness, man. Can you pray for my? And they up here joking and with drink on them. I'm not gonna pray for you.
They trying to kick it when Donald Trump say he wants y'all ass out of here.
Come on, man.
Y'all stupid as hell.
They stupid
as fuck.
Oh, so Jesus don't love me because I'm intoxicated? Well, if you've been a drunkard, no, he don't. You know? Yeah, man.
You talk about somebody who should be on alert. They should be on alert.
Yeah.
This man has put national decrees out to get rid of y'all asses.
For real.
And y'all still around here trying to party.
That's why we ain't out here for Israel, man. You know? Let them walk up the street.
We know how he feel about us.
If they was up the elect, they would have never came up like here on that silly shit, man. They be standing here listening to us as long as we're standing here, man. And they would be taking notes, everything. That's what the real men of the Lord are going to be doing. That's the first step. You know? Go ahead, Al. That was it? All right, come. You know? What you was holding?
I was just,
Get John 12 and 40. If they don't get it, they don't get it, man. You know?
This is John 12 and 40. He has blinded their eyes and hardened their heart, that they should not see with their eyes, nor understand with their heart, and be converted, and I should heal them.
Come on, man. If he doesn't want them converted and to be healed, that's up to him.
Done deal.
That's what's gonna be. That's what it's gonna be, man. All right, and it just so happened to be that you're gonna have a majority of Jake that's not gonna be healed.
That's right.
All right. The Lord's gonna keep glaucoma on him. All right. That's it, man. You dudes that's on this all Israel thing, we gotta be concerned with all Israel. You're the same dudes who would try to you would be the guys that would try to justify bringing back all the Israelites that died in the wilderness before we even got to our promised land. All them jakes that the Lord had circling in that wilderness that he killed off.
Till they die off.
Till they all died off. Your doctrine, you pretty much would have an issue with the Most High. All right?
They all black.
We're here, we're in the wilderness now spiritually. Because we're in Egypt. And that's why the Lord got the time kind of, like we've been here for so long, and the Lord's allowing it to where just only his chosen few are going to be sealed. They're going to be the only ones that's going to make it out. But you talking about we got to go to all Israel. Well, all Israel, they didn't make it out of the wilderness. They never made it. Only two men came up out of there, man. Joshua and Caleb, man. Straight up, man. That straight gate.
Yep.
We not worried about all Israel. They're gonna die off in this Egypt. Okay. Hey, and also guess what? We're gonna go into the wilderness again. Yahweh Shai is gonna bring us into the wilderness.
That's right.
And all of you that's rebellious, all right, the Lord gonna plead with you face to face. He that shall not reign over him, bring hither and slay them before me.
That's right.
Go ahead.
Matthew 7:13. Enter ye at the straight gate, for wide is the gate and broad is the way that leadeth to destruction.
Yeah, there's gonna be so many jakes that's gonna go that broad path, that broad way.
See them in the arenas.
Yeah.
When Joel Osteen got an arena packed.
Yep.
Heck with that broad gate.
That broad gate, man. Hey, your
Broadway.
ISUBK is a broad gate. IUIC is a broad gate. That's why so many people identify with it. That's why so many people of this world identifies with it, man. Kindred.
Yeah.
The scriptures say it's harder for a rich man. It's
Easier for a camel.
than a rich man to enter into the kingdom. If he decided to go if this rich man is deciding to go where you're going, you must be in a broad way. You must be standing in that broad, path, man.
Yep.
That broad pathway. He ain't gonna come to Great Millstone where it's narrow and there's bumps and cracks.
Rules.
Yeah, rules.
And the 2/3 thing, broad is the easy way.
Yeah.
It ain't on this side. It ain't the easy way.
2/3 think they saved already.
Yeah.
The way what we doing right now, it's easy to us, but it may seem hard to y'all.
Yeah.
But when the time of Jacob's trouble comes, that's gonna be the hard part for y'all. It's gonna be the easy part for us.
Yeah.
We got this knowledge and understanding, knowledge and wisdom, stability.
Enter
You
ye
ain't
in
got
at
it, you
the
gonna
straight
bug
gate,
out.
for wide is the gate and broad is the way that leadeth to destruction, and many there be which go in thereat.
It's gonna be many that go in, many that go in thereat, man. Majority of Israel is gonna go through that path, man. Because it's gonna be too difficult for them to come through the straight way. Hey, imagine a herd trying to run through a narrow tunnel, man.
This nigga
Run
just
through
like
a narrow crack, man. Too many people can't go into something narrow at once. That's why GMS is the most hated. Because the path that we're going is very difficult. It's straight. It's uneasy, man. But really, like the brother said, it's easy for us. But the average person with a worldly mind, they can't really do this, man.
They can't grasp it. They can't.
Yeah.
You know, they can't give up the life that they in, their worldly life, to follow the word of the Lord, to preach for Yahweh's sake.
Hey, case in point, how many of these the congregation members of these other groups, how many of them are really putting in their own work? How many of them are actually under the standard of just constantly pushing videos all throughout the week? I'm not talking about just officers or certain dudes that you have in ranks. I'm talking about everybody that's under your organization. They all got their hands on deck.
All plowing.
All plowing, all of them.
Both in the chief place of concourse and at home.
Yeah. Doing live shows, constant sit downs. You know, and even driving and prophesying.
GMS in transit.
Straight up. You know, we the only ones that's doing that.
That's right.
You know, the average person, they think that's too much. That's too much for them. You're asking for too much. You know, straight up. Go ahead, bro.
Because straight is the gate and narrow is the way which leadeth unto life, and few there be that find it.
It's only gonna be a few people that's gonna find it, man. Only a few people gonna be able to go through that straight and narrow path. It's gonna be difficult, man. When you go through that narrow way, know that the rest of the people that's going the other way, they're gonna hate you, man. They can't stand you. They're gonna come against you. They're gonna persecute you. They're gonna separate them. They're gonna ostracize you when you come into the true way. Okay? They're gonna cash off your name as evil. One Edomite came up here earlier insinuating that we're bums or homeless.
Yeah.
How much money you make? How much money you make? You know? Because we standing out here with garments and we preaching the word, that means that we don't have a roof over our head, or we're not eating, or we don't have transportation.
We the richest ones out here, huh?
Come on, man.
You know, the Lord going, whatever money that nigga got, the Lord willing, within a month, the Lord take it all away.
A day.
That kind.
Yeah.
He gonna be mad he said that.
Yeah, he gonna be,
Well, that was an Edomite.
That's what I'm saying.
proud.
He gonna be mad he said that.
He proud as hell.
He'll be jumping off one of these buildings.
Yeah.
That's their spirit. They lose everything they ready to out themselves.
Well, man.
Jacob used to not having shit.
Kind of like in the times of the Great Depression. Esau was going crazy, shooting themselves, hanging themselves, killing themselves. Jake was like, we been in it. Ain't nothing changed for us.
What's new?
Right, what's new?
Yeah, man. So, hey, only a few is gonna, they're gonna enter into this thing. That's the elect, man. The disciples. All right? The disciples, man. The apostles, the prophets of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, man.
Right.
We ain't concerned with all of our people, man. The ones that are meant to make it, they're gonna come in anyway.
That's right.
Unless you disregard the power of the Lord, you don't trust in the power of the Lord. You know? And we were supposed to honor something like that. We're supposed to honor him. You know, do walking around in
Female clothes.
female clothing. Pink female clothing. You know?
What's up with this GAD?
Excuse me?
What about this GAD?
GAD? That means it's Gad. You a Native American? You're an Israelite. Yeah? From the Sioux tribe? And you're an Israelite. The word Gad is from the Hebrew word God, which means truth. You know? And your people, it means truth. Yeah, truth.
Truth overcame you. Didn't he get conquered by
You know
truth?
about Custer, General Custer? He took down your Hey, but he slaughtered the majority of your people. But guess what? The prophecies say that your people are gonna overcome him in these last days. You know? Yeah. We gonna
Years ago, yeah, I was still
Hey, but the Lord's getting ready to raise us back up. But it ain't just the Native Americans, the Negroes, they're your people, they're your brother too. Hey, we're all brothers, we all the same people, we are the Lord's people.
That shit, Cubans, fucking.
Yeah. Hey, we're all one family, man. And
Same
guess what?
atrocities.
Guess what? The white man is all of our enemies. Hey, he's the damn devil, man. You know, he conquered our people, he took our people down, but guess what? We're gonna take their ass down.
That's right.
You know, we're gonna put them in slavery, we're gonna get them, man. You know? You were an Israelite, man. You know, you one of the chosen people of the Lord.
Was you raised on a reservation? So you knew. So at some point, your people had told you about the Israelites.
Israel?
Yeah, Israelites.
The children of Israel.
Hip hop. Israel do hip hop. That's why they're called Israel. Tech Nine, fucking Rock, shit. Who else? Tupac, shit. Tupac, all that shit, yeah.
Yeah, man. You
Tupac,
know?
Israel, fucking Malcolm X, shit.
Yeah, man. They were all Israelites, man. You know, we all Israel, man. You know, you're a prince of the power, you know. The scriptures tell you what happened, though. It was prophesied that our people were going to be conquered by their enemies. And we went off from the law, statutes, commandments in the scriptures that the Lord was going to put curses on us, and one of them was he was going to send the oppressor after us and take us down as a nation. And that's pretty much, that's what he did, because we broke the Lord's commandments, you know.
Y'all got to worshiping bears and eagles and shit.
Yeah.
We got to follow behind Esau and other nations.
Bears,
Yeah.
wisdom.
Wisdom
they
is
were
one thing,
worshiping
but
buffalo.
yeah, you wasn't supposed to do all that.
You're supposed to only worship the Heavenly Father.
Yahweh.
There's only one God, you know? Yeah. And your people, your forefathers, they used to speak Hebrew, you know? And then it kind of got broken up during a length of time, you know? Yeah.
They still say Yahweh knows powwows. Don't y'all still go Yah with
Yeah, and that's the short, that's the name for God. Yeah.
Gang fight, you know, powwow, we call it fucking powwow, like fucking bunch of people trying to fight. Powwow, isn't that? Oh, we fucking powwow, like celebration, you know, tradition, shit, we dancing, we fucking singing, praying, eating, all that powwow.
Yeah, that's right, man. You know? Hey, get some scripts out, man.
Go to
Yeah, you can go to there.
It's Deuteronomy 28:15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy power, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
Yeah, if we didn't keep the commandments written in the Bible, the Lord was going to place curses upon us.
That's why we in the position we in now.
Yeah.
That's why all the people on this sign are at the bottom. In the ghettos, we got
Reservations.
we got shit jobs. We dead mentally.
Yeah, man. You know, it says, "Curse shall you be in the city, curse shall you be in the field."
Lion fucking come out, fucking king.
Oh, the Lion of Judah is who the world calls Jesus Christ, man. His name is Yahweh Shah. That's his true name.
Israel.
Yeah, he comes from the nation of Israel. You know? Yeah, man. So we were cursed, and the Lord's getting ready to lift those curses up off of us. You know, we finna get the kingdom of heaven, and these people right here, they're gonna be ruling over the same people that's ruling over us now.
We had the white man come in, shit, take slaves, take fucking immigrants, take fucking nations, take all that shit.
Hey,
The fucking
give me John 10 and 10 real quick. Hey, the so-called white man is the devil.
That's right.
You know, John, and he's a thief, because this land belonged to y'all first. You know what I'm saying? Get that real quick.
It's St. John chapter 10, verse 10. The thief cometh not, but for to steal and to kill and to destroy.
Did he not do that when he came over here off them boats over here to America? How many peace treaties did you have with this devil? You had a lot of peace
600 and
treaties.
something.
You know where Thanksgiving come from, right? Slaughter your people.
Mayflower, yeah. Fucking brought them over, we fucking reared it out, fed them so they wouldn't die, you know?
You know what that
So
means?
they
You
wouldn't
fed
die
them so
off,
they wouldn't
all
die.
that shit.
You civilized them.
Yeah, Thanksgiving, shit, that's what we do, shit.
And that Thanksgiving was celebrated after they conquered a tribe of your people.
Right? Shit,
And then that's what America celebrates every third week in November.
Yep.
That's wicked, man.
Yeah,
You see
man.
all these wicked
that's
philosophies and pagan holidays in this place.
It's the GAD, the Judah,
Yeah.
Benjamin.
Those are the different tribes of Israel. You know?
Everybody, shit, especially the Issachar.
Yeah, the Mexicans. Yeah.
They were way over here by the time fucking we were over there, you know?
Right.
Yeah, going
And they
through-
got
yeah,
put,
all
and the
east,
white man
east.
pushed them down.
Yeah, and then fucking by then, the West, it was all Spain, it was fucking Cubans, Spaniards,
You had to-
Mexicans,
you had to- you had,
They were fighting for this shit, you know? And then
yeah.
fucking over on the other side, on the eastern, when it first began,
Yeah.
Mayweather, that's where we were fighting, you know?
Right.
Shit, the fucking Pilgrims, but we didn't fight. The Pilgrims, they fucking came over, we failed them, we gave them all their shit.
They, what did they do? They stabbed you in the back. You know?
Yeah, so they would fucking live, and they fucking came back at us and fucking stabbed us. That's what they did.
Put you on reservations.
Yeah.
Okay, we stab y'all in the fucking back, hit you over the head, shit, stick you over the fucking ocean and shit.
They had to get rid of
Hey,
you.
give
They had-
some rock 12 and
They had to
12.
get rid of you guys to make space for us to build this kingdom.
Yeah.
So we was all in captivity. We still in captivity under this so-called white man here in Babylon the Great.
Give me Ecclesiasticus 12 and 12. Hey, and the Gadites, the Native American Indians, they didn't know that they didn't understand that he was the devil. So they trusted in him when he came over there because he came all peaceful. He came with fake peace.
They wanted to trade, we traded with them and fucking got
Yep.
sick and fucking
Yep.
got fucking all kind of diseases and shit and all that and
Yeah.
fucking bad food and fucking all that shit, man.
Exactly.
Yeah. Same thing for y'all, shit. Y'all fucking tried to, all your tribes, you know, back in
Yeah.
Africa, shit. Came slaves.
They brought us over
tried to
here
fight,
and
brought them
made
over,
us,
fucking against the will and shit like that.
Yeah.
Fucking starved on the boats and fucking thousands of people fucking died.
Yeah.
Thousands of people fucking died on the way over here.
Yeah.
Yeah, shit.
Yeah, man. Straight up,
That's
man.
what it is.
And this is what the Bible says about these devils. Go ahead.
This is Sirach 12 and 12. Say him not by thee.
Start at 10. Start at 10.
This is
Speak up.
Ecclesiasticus Sirach 12 and 10. Never trust thine enemy.
And we never supposed to trust our enemy. He was our enemy. When he came over on those boats, that was the enemy that you was accepting into your house.
Friend become the enemy become.
He was never your friend, but he was never your friend. That's what they should have, our forefathers, they didn't know. But they thought they was, and you thought they were your friends, but they were really your enemy.
That's our spirit. That's the people in the sun. That's our spirit. We compassionate, but we can be ignorant sometimes because the devil trying to stick us in the
just
back.
killed them off right there. Fucking all banded together, like they say.
Yeah.
Like just like with us, we could all fucking band together and fucking kill them off like we did. We fucking cussed her and fucking all that shit.
Yeah.
Well, you, I guess.
But guess what? The Lord, the Lord ordained it to where He overcame because the prophecy had to be fulfilled. He had to take us down because we went astray from the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High. That's the only reason why. Because our people are stronger than the white man. There's no way in hell he could have took us down by himself.
Thousands of fucking people,
That was
right? Shit,
exactly.
thousands, fucking
Y'all would have wiped them out. Y'all was kicking their ass for a long time.
Same thing with you, only you fucking trusted the motherfuckers. There was
Yeah.
like hundreds of thousands of guys, right? Hundred fucking thousands.
It was millions of us.
Yeah, hundred fucking times. Just
Yeah.
like with us, with years, shit.
Exactly.
Yeah,
It's
we could've
hundreds of
fucking took them
millions
out, but that's
of
not
Gad
our
and
fucking
Yeah.
yeah.
Finish that. That's why we were never supposed to trust our enemy, man. He's the devil. Keep going.
For like his iron rusted, so is his wickedness.
Uh-huh.
Though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of
He
him.
got off those boats. The pilgrims got off those boats, and they tried to come all diplomatic. We're friends.
Yeah, we can trade.
Smooth words. We could trade with you.
I come in
We
peace.
could eat. I come in peace.
Nothing's gonna happen. We're gonna follow treaties and shit like that.
Exactly.
Yeah, fuck
But
off.
guess what? He kept stabbing you on the
Yeah,
back,
fucking-
and then he kept pushing y'all land back. Extending, taking territories and assembling and taking what he wanted from you and pushing y'all.
Like Africa.
Yeah.
No,
Same thing with that. He did the same thing in
All
Africa.
slummed down. The fucking the south is like the povertiest.
Yeah.
The fucking north is like up there.
Yeah. He did it all to basically colonize you.
Yeah,
That was what that was all about.
It's like the Civil War, fucking.
Civil
like
War.
that shit, yeah. Fucking two parts went against each other. Fucking free slaves, king
Yep.
slaves. Free slaves, king slaves.
Yeah. Yeah,
Fall
man.
back. They don't show the fucking Africans that fall back. You notice that shit? They don't show that shit.
I know.
They don't show the fucking people that fall back, like Africans, you know? Yeah.
Well, they were Israelites,
Yeah,
the ones that was
against
fighting back.
slavery, yeah, the
Yeah.
ones that fucking the outlaws, the fucking ones that had guns, the fucking ones
Yeah.
that went and fucking killed the white man.
You had the
all that
the
shit,
Haitian revolt.
yeah.
You
the
had
ones
Nat
that
Turner.
went and fucking killed them and fucking had the bounties over their heads and shit
Yeah.
like that. It's like,
And even the uprisings of the Gadites. You had who was his name? Sitting Bull. You know, you had different Native American chiefs who refused to fall back, man.
Just like Issachar, Pancho Villa.
Pancho Villa, yeah.
Sitting Bull and shit.
Red Cloud, yep. Geronimo, yep.
Crazy horse. All them shit. Fucking crazy motherfuckers, man.
Straight up.
You got the Nat Turner, other revolts against him.
Now, then there was the revolt, fucking the wars,
The wars, yeah.
the fucking standing, all that shit. Man. All that
Exactly.
then it fucking all turned political, all that shit. Fucking
Yep.
it was written in the books, all that shit.
Yep.
All that stuff, yeah, all the shit. But then all the shit that fucking happened that wasn't fucking in the books, that's all fucking diplomatic, fucking political and shit.
No, he
now.
tried to rewrite history. He
Yeah,
tried to
like-
lie about
yeah,
it.
all the politicians fucking tried to fucking write it like it's their own and shit like that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He's still trying to rewrite history.
Yeah, exactly. Shit. That's fucking the Congress shit. All those fucking $1 billion, fucking $1 trillion white guys, they fucking paid to fucking pass laws and shit. Like
Yeah.
that. All the fucking wrong ones, they fucking.
That's the devil for you.
Yeah, it is what it is. Shit.
Yeah, read some more.
For like his iron rusted, so is his wickedness.
Uh-huh.
Though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him.
Uh-huh.
And thou shalt be unto him as if thou hadst wiped a looking glass, and thou shalt know that his rust hath not been altogether wiped away.
Yep.
Set him not by thee, least when he hath overthrown thee.
They set him not by you. See, the
Nowadays.
Native Americans, they welcomed him in with open arms and they set him
Yeah, just
beside
like-
him. But you see what happened after that.
Yeah, it's like, yeah.
He
shit.
committed genocide.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah,
That's why we
fucking
never
plenty of
supposed to
genocide
we
shit.
never supposed to sit him by our side.
Black
We never
genocide, fucking
Yeah.
red genocide, fucking brown genocide.
As soon as you welcomed him in, what did
Yeah.
you do? He gave you smallpox.
promises.
You know, he did all that shit, man.
All that shit. It's like fucking now, yo, there's a fucking Trayvon Martin, there's fucking
Oh, yeah,
all
yeah.
the fucking black people that fucking been shot and killed by fucking officers, you know, fucking people that fucking all shit like
Yeah.
that. That's what the fuck's going on right now, shit. It's
Exactly.
fucking it's happening with y'all, shit. It's
And
like
it never stopped.
There was an article I saw
Shit
where
never stops.
the Gadites was getting, getting shot more than Jake. I mean, Gavin Rubin is getting gunned down on the reservation. It's not.
Them Gadites up there in North Dakota, because they was protesting about that pipeline that's going through their water.
Fuck yeah, they fucking.
They was over
they
there
got
spraying
fucking
them, spraying,
frozen,
yeah,
they
got
got
frozen
fucking
up.
frozen, They got
Yeah.
fucking hit with fucking
Chemicals?
rubber bullets,
Rubber
yeah, chemicals,
bullets.
fucking
And
all that
Esau's
shit.
doing that, but we not supposed to condemn him.
Yeah, we ain't supposed to get on
We're
them.
supposed to accept that our people getting shot with water hoses and freezing temperatures.
Yeah.
Get snipers out there shooting kids. We're supposed to accept that. We're supposed to.
That's what they say, fucking law enforcement is killing fucking African Americans, you know? Shit, for no fucking reason. Fucking walking out, just like around here too, fucking Vegas. Be a fucking black woman, fucking like 2 kids walking down the street and some fucking random dude just comes and gun her down, you know, shit like that. That shit fucking happens around here all the time. Shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fucking even worse than like fucking LA and fucking Oakland, you know, Cali and shit.
It's all over the world,
Then there
man.
goes fucking black on black, and then there's fucking red on red, fucking white
Yeah.
on white. Shit fucking goes all kind of ways, man. Shit, nowadays, fucking shit's fucking crazy.
Everything is messed up. Hey, why? Because because the devil is ruling right now.
Yeah.
This white man, he got too much power. He got too much authority. So that's why everything is all screwed up under him. You know?
I gotta break.
Even the animals are suffering under this man. You know? You got whales beaching themselves. They jumping out of the water because the water is so contaminated.
Yeah, oil, fucking all that shit.
They'd rather just commit a suicide than to die down there in that water like that.
Popping up, fucking
Yeah.
coming up, all that shit.
You got a lot of, you got certain animals that are going extinct. You know, they're on the endangered species list. This man he's destroying the planet, man. So that's why the Lord's going to come back and he's going to get this man. He's known as these people that you see, the so-called white men are known as the Edomites. Esau in the Bible. All right? And the Lord said he's going to bring judgment to the Edomites. That's right. You know? Go from there. Yeah, you can get over it, Daya.
Yeah, I had a picture of 28 and 47.
All right, go ahead.
It's Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 47. Because thou servest not the Lord thy power with joyfulness and with gladness of heart, for an abundance of all things, therefore shalt thou serve thy enemies which the Lord shall send against thee in hunger and in thirst and in nakedness and in want of all things, and shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed thee. That's us not following law, statutes, and commandments, and the Lord putting us in these captivities, these different captivities. You know,
you're an Israelite, man. Remember that, man. You know?
Putting these different captivities. Yoke of iron is, slavery. Not just Judah, Benjamin, and Levi, all the tribes, because they put them in slavery before we got over here and pushed them out the way. And the Spanish and the French, had the northern kingdoms in slavery also.
Hey, and when you go on a Google search and type in yoke of iron, you're only going to see two types of people that fulfillment.
Yep.
The fulfillment of that, you're only going to see two people fitting that. You're going to see Gad with yokes of iron, basically Northern Kingdom and Southern Kingdom.
That's it.
Nothing but Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans with yokes of iron on their neck, man.
That's right.
All right? So that lets you know that we are really indeed the children of Israel.
That ain't, like you said, you read that and you Google it, it ain't pertaining but to only one people. Israel. Not Esau, not none of the other heathen nations.
Hey, but you see how the spirit works, right? You see how beautiful the spirit works?
Oh, yeah.
A Gadite, an Israelite came up, and by default, we have to get on Esau.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Because he knows that.
Because he understands. He knows what these devils did to their people, man.
How else can you...
How Nathan gonna edify the other nations?
One common relation...
How they gonna do it?
One common relation between all the tribes is that we all been under the same devil. So how can you not bring them up if you're talking to Israel?
Hey, I wonder how would they have handled that Gadite?
The laws. You need to keep the laws.
You just need to come back to the laws, brother.
That's it.
He's on a reservation. His people getting all type of unjust treatment from the so-called white man.
You can't talk about it.
But we can't talk about it. You know? You just got to keep the commandments. You know? Yeah, man. That's beautiful, man. You know? He agreed that the white man is the devil. They know that the so-called white man is the devil,
Indian.
And then he saw that sign, was like, oh shit, I see the Negroes, the West Indians. I see Gad. That's the first thing he said. He said, I see G-A-D.
Didn't ask for no where Esau is. Didn't ask where the white man is.
He didn't ask for Esau nowhere. He was actually happy to see not only himself on the sign, but those others on the sign.
Yeah. He asked about himself first, what he's saying.
Yeah.
Which is how you're supposed to be.
That's how it's supposed to be. And that's what we out here for. And if he would have had all type of questions, through the spirit, every question would have been answered. Some Jakes, they come up and they see it and they kind of, it's something different. It makes them kind of feel good. But, some of them, they only gonna touch the surface, you know.
Like the Apostle Gabar said, it supped with him, you know.
Yeah.
The Spirit supped with his spirit when he saw that. And what was beautiful, he came up here humble.
Yeah.
You know, and somebody in his family had told him their history. Which was good too.
But they still got an oral history.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of things is passed down orally
Yep.
until Esau interrupted it with their alcohol and the peyote and all that other shit.
Yeah.
I don't know if you brothers seen it, but it was, unfortunately, it was an Edomite, but he had on a shirt and it said fight and sue on it, you know, that's the tribe that he was from, you know. But
Yeah.
so the fighting spirit within Jake, you know.
Hey, but that's the reason why we had to go into it about how Gad was going to be overcome by a troop. Because they so busy, you know, they fell away from the Most High and they was so bent on, you know, doing their own thing. You know, they fell away. They start adapting to heathen ways. You know, they adopted to it. And since they embraced that, and it's kind of hard to bring it out of them because they spent thousands of years, you know, practicing it, you know. That's why the Lord did what he had to do to Gad. You know, and they trusted in their enemy. You know?
Yeah.
If they were still in the scriptures, if they would have never fell away from the Most High, then they would have understood that was the enemy showing up at the door. You know? They would have never took their enemy in. You know? But they gotta wake up out of that tribal shit, man. That's right. You gotta come back to being an Israelite. You know? See, he understood Israel, but a lot of even the Gadites that do hear us preaching, they might either accept it or they don't. But a lot of them that hear it, they still want to cling on to their tribe and what's been passed down to them for so long, you know?
And their customs.
Their tribes and their customs. They can't leave that alone.
Just like the Hispanics.
The Hispanics included.
Yeah. They still think
Hey, just like that Zimbabwean cat
Yeah,
from last week, man. You know, our people were scattered. You know, we lived among the other nations, and we always had that history of adopting the customs of the nations that we had to live amongst, man. You know? And when they take it, hey, that shit gets ingrained in Jake, man. It's kind of hard for them to put it off.
You know, like the
Like what you said,
where they
bro,
have the
like
cafes off
with the tribes of
Leave that sign
so-called
right
Native
there.
Americans.
Yeah, this
you
one
got
right
so
here.
much beef in between
No,
certain
don't
tribes.
say nothing
you
about
know?
no cafe.
Like the Sioux might not agree
Right, I
with
just didn't know
everything the
'cause it's called
Cherokee say,
tribes.
or
I mean, I know
or the
it's
Arawak
opposite
might
of
say.
it, but there's
That's
like
just
a
like
No,
so-called
we
Negroes,
affiliated
the
with
Crips and the
that.
Bloods, or the so-called Mexicans or Northern tribes.
Biblical
with the
tribes of
MS-13s
Israel.
and all of them.
Sorry?
The biblical tribes of
Because
Israel.
we all, Jake, we all Israel, but Israel don't get along with Israel, you know?
Yeah. That's right, man. You can go in the book of Judges to prove that. You know, constant wars between the tribes. You know, we damn near almost took out the tribe of Benjamin at one point.
I was just reading that book. I just got
You
through.
know, they were killing Ephraimites if they didn't pronounce a certain word a certain way.
You got some questions,
You know?
go ask the question.
That was what was going
Right now,
on.
I like listening what they're
And then the
saying.
Lord said He was going to take away the brotherhood between Judah and Ephraim. But now the Lord is breaching that gap. He's what's that? Amos 9, where it says he's building up he's repairing the breach, so to speak. Amos 9 is what's that? 11.
Amos 9.
The tabernacle of David.
Amos 9, verse 11. In that day I will raise up the tabernacle of David that is fallen.
Yeah, the house of David was Israel under King David. And all the tribes, it was before the split between the northern kingdom and the southern kingdom. All right, you understand about the split that came after Solomon committed his transgression, where he committed adultery, and the Lord basically took the kingdom from him and split the kingdom. All right, and then he placed King Rehoboam over the southern kingdom and King Jeroboam over the northern kingdom. And King Jeroboam, he was wicked as hell, man. he led the northern tribes into all type of idolatry. All right. But when we was under King David, we were all the tribes were all together, and we were all worshiping the same Creator. All right. King David established order in the kingdom. All the other nations were in subjugation to him. You know, he had everything in order. He had took down all the other nations with his army. And the Lord spiritually is doing that now. He's bringing the tribes back. Through what? Through this word. Okay? Go ahead.
And close up the breaches thereof, and I will raise...
He closed up the breaches. A breach is basically a crack or a hole in a wall. Okay? He's gonna fill that in. And we're gonna be able to all come together, man. That's why you see brothers, you know, so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans. That's why you see all of them coming together, you know, teaching His word, man. All the different camps all throughout the world. Hey, it's men of all the tribes and all the camps, you know.
Yep.
Go ahead.
And I will raise up his ruins, and I will build it as in the days of old.
As in the days of old, man. You know. So right now he's bringing that church, man. You know. So like that guy that was just up here, hey, you know, he at least he understood that. He heard that he was an Israelite. Yep. You know, but you're gonna have a lot of Israelites that's not gonna believe that. Hey, that's on them. The Lord put the spirit on them to not believe. You know, that's what it is, man. But we're gonna be gathered through the word of the Lord. So that was the point, you know. So hey, all
makes sense. You guys make a lot of sense.
yeah, we preaching the word to our people.
People
Man.
are looking at you like you're crazy. You guys
Yeah,
make a ton of sense.
Yeah, you're out here doing it for real. And I respect that so much. Even in the rain, y'all been out here since the rain and the cold. That's so
Because
good.
when I was raised that Jesus was always black. He always had a black angel on top of our Christmas. He never had a white Christmas. White angel.
Hey, well, when you get more into this knowledge, you'll learn even more. You know, like for instance, you just said a Christmas tree. You gotta go back into the history. The Christmas tree is in the scriptures. We're not supposed to bring Christmas trees into our house. Christmas is not biblical.
Yeah, that's not
That's
Jesus'
a
birthday.
That's a Babylonian custom. You know?
Celebrated that. They celebrated that. You know, giving out gifts and stuff like that.
Yeah, get it real quick.
It's Jeremiah 10:2. Thus saith the Most High, learn not the way of the heathen, and be not dismayed at the signs of heaven, for the heathen are dismayed at them.
Yep.
For the customs of the people are vain, for one cutteth the tree out of the forest.
Hey, because the customs of the heathens, and back then, during the time of the Babylonian Empire, the Babylonians, it was a mythology that you read about Nimrod in the scriptures, in the book of Genesis. He was a man that ruled over the Tower of Babel, and it was believed that when he died, his spirit entered into a tree, and if you didn't put gifts up under that tree, that you would not wake up in spirit from out of that tree. That was the mythology amongst them. We're not supposed to intake those pagan mythologies of these other nations. As Israelites, we have our own customs of how we operate and how we conduct ourselves.
That's right.
All right, we worship the only one true power, the Creator. You know, we don't worship the moon, the sun, the stars.
Everything else.
All the
We
other
worship
nations, that's
one
what they were
person.
doing.
Maker of those things.
Yeah.
We worship one person, not everything else. We worship one
Yeah,
person.
that tree was basically idolatry. So when you celebrate Christmas and you bring that tree into your house, believe it or not, you're committing idolatry. You know, so that's why the brothers reading it keep going.
For the customs of the people are
Jeremiah
vain.
10.
For one cutteth the tree out of the forest, the work of the hands of the workmen with the axe. They deck it
They
with
cut a
silver.
tree with the axe, right? Go ahead.
They deck it with silver and with gold.
And what do you do with your Christmas tree? You put all type of ornaments on your tree. You decorate it, right? Because back then, that's what they were doing. Because they were bound down before the tree because they felt the spirit of Nimrod was in that tree. You know, and this America adopts all ancient pagan customs of ancient civilizations, and they basically adopt them and bring them back in modern day form. You know, Christmas was celebrated in the Roman Empire. What were they celebrating? It was called Saturnalia. All right, that was their version of Christmas going way back then. You know, we're not supposed to do that.
I'm gonna go, but thank you.
Hey, you know, I'm sure you might be one of us. You might you one of us.
I've never believed that Jesus was white. Never.
Hey, you know.
I was raised.
Hey.
They say, oh, he's a white man. He's a white man. Like, how did you know? How did you know? Were you there a million years ago? Like, how did you know?
Yeah. Well, it's the scriptures.
It's the stories passed on.
Yeah. It tells you what he looked like in the scriptures.
Yeah.
You know? So, hey, you know, but the world is under deception, a lot of lies, you know, and the Lord got his men out basically bringing the truth. The Lord raised his men up. We the men of the prophets of the Lord. And we in the last days, the Lord's getting ready to destroy America. And if our people don't come back to the ways of the Father and acknowledge who they are, they're going to be destroyed here. Come out of this American way. America's getting ready to go down. The Lord hates America. He's
like,
getting ready to destroy this place.
Or what, like the feet of the idol where the feet, right? It's tumbling down and the vision.
The scripture says,
You're talking about
The gold, the bronze, and the
Yeah.
silver,
Yeah, man. That's talking about this system right here.
System can't stand right.
Yeah.
All right, you guys have a blessed day.
all right.
I don't mean to take off subject, which is exactly what you're on, but you talk about the people of old, you know, like a knack that, like, because there's that one verse that said, like, the sons of God were making, like, came down with the sons of men, with the daughters of men. Like, were there people that were, like, half heavenly and half? That's something I've been trying to find, like, figure out, because I've been reading, like, I read all the way up through Samuel. Right now I'm reading through Samuel, so I read Leviticus, all that. But, like, Anak, you know, he's one of them, and, like, they were saying the sons of...
You talking about the Anakims, which were the giants? The
Yeah,
people with the long necks?
Yeah, they were like
Those were just Canaanites. They were the sons of Canaan. They were men. When you read about the sons of God in Genesis, the 6th chapter, that's not talking about angelic beings, and they came down and they started dealing with regular people. No, those sons of God were actual men too.
Okay, because some part confused me. I'm like, wait, so some of the angels or like some of the fallen angels came and like were able to procreate? Like,
No, that's nonsense. That's more deception.
yeah.
The angels, they're not given in marriage. They're celestial. They don't have
They don't have
semen.
gender
Yeah,
and
they don't have none of that.
Yeah.
You know?
That makes sense.
Like it even simple, tell about the chains of darkness.
Oh yeah, the chains of
Break it
darkness,
down, that'll
that's-
tell it right there,
Yeah,
exactly what it is.
That's this flesh that we in, man. You know, when the Lord said He was gonna,
I don't get this part. Y'all are so knowledgeable. How do you just, are you kind of your own collective of like knowledge and
well, really, we're just men that the Lord woke up through the Spirit,
Huh.
and we have
Praise
teachers.
God, that is amazing.
But we have teachers. We learn from men who taught us.
Yeah.
Because they were awoken with the Spirit as
And
well.
that's how it should be, right? Like they said, tell your children, pass it down for generations. Why do we do this? Why do we have these rituals? Because, you know, we got to remember how it was and how it should be.
Yeah.
That's great that
That's
you
our
wake up and hear that call and follow it. 'Cause it's hard, especially in this type of place.